Hello, hello, here we are again. Got another lesson for you today, and today it's going to be the jangly gem that is The Beautiful Ones by Suede. Cool little guitar riff intro thingy going on. It's a fiddly little, there's some tricky little things going on. It's taken me a while to get this one down, I've got to admit. I don't think it should have been that hard, but I found it quite tricky. So yeah, you need to be tuned down half a step for this song if you want to play along with a record. I was going to just teach the lesson in standard tuning, but there's this tricky bend that you have to do with your little finger, and it kind of has a bit more slack on the strings if you tune down half a step. So it kind of, it's like a practical thing as well to have it tuned down half a step. But if you're in standard, you could still learn this just the same. You know, you just have to bear in mind if you're playing along with me, you're going to be a semitone above, so it won't sound great, but at least you'll get to know the parts. So anyhow, without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so this song consists of some pretty basic chords, and what makes it interesting is the picking pattern and the little thing, hammer-ons and bends and things he does in between. So surprisingly to me, the chords are fairly simple. So it's just C, D7, F, and then this E something or other. So it's like an E major, then you add the little finger. That one first, then take the little finger off, and so it becomes a normal E major. And they're basically the chords of the riff. So it starts with this picking. So you pick on the root, and then you hammer on the D string, the middle finger. Pluck the G and the B string. And then hit the B again with the little finger on the 3rd fret. So. And then you bend that B up. Now you've got your little finger on there, so it's kind of hard to use just your little finger. I mean, you can do it, but what I like to do is just I put the middle finger behind it to give it a bit of extra push. So I go. Okay. And then you do a hammer on into the D7. So you hammer on that G on the 2nd fret and pick all the other strings. So slowly. And in the same movement again, pick through it. Hammer on to that 3rd fret on the B string, bend it again. And then same thing onto the F. But there's no hammer on the F, okay? So just show that again. Sorry, there is a hammer on. You hammer on the G on the 2nd. And then a little. And then you do this thing. The only notes you're fretting is the 1st fret and the 2nd fret on the G. Okay, so you just hammer on and then pick the G, the B and the E string. So all together slowly. Go round again, he very quickly does this little roll onto the C chord. Not like that. And it just becomes, and then you follow it with a hammer on, so you're already into the second round. That's the main riff. Then we go into the verse. Now, I've seen a few people play this on YouTube, and if you listen to the record, it's basically just guitar, acoustic guitar, bass and drums on the first half of the verse. And again, it's them same chords, C, D7, F and E. And some people just do this. And then wait till the second half of the verse when the guitar comes in. Some people just wait, but if you watch him live, he just continues doing the riff. He just keeps doing that relentlessly. So it's up to you which way you want to do it. So the first half of the verse, there's basically no guitar on the record, electric guitar that is, and then the second half, he does this thing. Okay, so you just hit the root note on that C, and then a quick hammer on from the 5th to the 7th on the A string. And then you go to the D on the 5th fret. Then 7th fret, 5th fret on the G, 7th fret again on the G, bend it, and come back on yourself. So. Same bit from the main riff. I don't know, I can't sing that at the same time. So yeah, that's what he does on the verse. And then so then we're into the chorus. So coming very quickly out of that verse. So the last one. Okay, a little sort of just bar those three, the D, G and E, sorry, the D, G and B string. You're basically doing that chord. You could do that, but I find I can't get the bar there in time, so I just go. So. Then we hit the chorus. Now the chorus is basically a C, but again, just like that last chord, you do this bar thing. So it's just more practical that way. So you just basically hit them three. So. Okay, so you hit that, and hit it again. So you do a little hammer on from the 5th to the 7th on the A string. Okay, bend the 7th on the G, 5, 4, then a little hammer on between the D and the G string. Then another bend, 2 bends. So, oh, hang on, it's 2 bends. Yeah. So that's bend, and then do another one, and release. Hit the D on the 3rd fret, and then open. Okay? I'll do that whole bit slowly for you. You do this little tricky bit. Okay, you shoot your hand up here and you go 12th fret, D string, bar these 3 on the 10th fret, G, B and E. Pick all 4 strings down and then add the little finger on the 12th. sorry. Okay, so you just go, you pick all 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Add the 12th, add the B on the 11th, and then the 13th on the E string. Okay. So all together. And then finally you go into this last little chordy bit. And then you're back into the verse. Okay, so that last chordy bit, it's a little bit like the one in the main riff, but it's not quite the same. And it goes like this. So if you imagine an A minor chord, I mean, it's up to you what fingers you want to use for which notes, but I prefer to use that. So my middle finger on the G string on the 2nd fret, first finger on the 1st fret B string, and you just pick those, the G and the B and the E. That's the first one. Second one is 1st fret G, B, and the rest open. Okay, so you go. Then take one finger off the G, and then you go. I'm not sure if that E, yeah, put that E in there as well. Now that shape is basically like a D minor. Look at that shape. Same thing, bring it up a string and then up there. So middle finger is on the 4th fret of the D string. 3rd finger is on the 5th fret of the G, 1st finger is on the 3rd fret of the B string. And just hit the 4 strings there, and then you're back into the main riff. Okay, so that chorus all together should be like this. And that's it. Okay, so that's Beautiful Ones by Suede. Hope you all got something out of that. It's a cool little jangly classic indie guitar riff. I love it. I think it's great, and it was a lot trickier than I thought it would be. Yeah, it's down half a step if you want to play along with the record. Don't forget. It's one of them songs where you can play all the parts in different areas of the neck. So it's, you know, if you find an alternative way of playing it, then by all means do it that way. But it's, you know, it's a cool one to do though, and I hope you all got something out of that. Anyhow, thank you for all the comments and likes and subscriptions and all that stuff I'm getting. I've never said this before. Please like and subscribe. I can't bear to say all that shit, but you know, please do. And hopefully I'll have some more songs for you to learn. And thanks again for watching. So till the next video. See you later.